Welcome. I'm Melissa. This is Rudy. Rudy, say hi. He's busy. Okay, we're going to get started in Child's Pose today. So we're going to be here for a couple, well, yeah, probably a couple minutes. So if you have a blanket lying around and you want to make this pose a little bit more comfortable for you, you can grab your blanket and kind of roll it up and place it in between your legs. And then we want to bring the knees to the outer edges of the mat, toes to touch. And we'll come down, forehead resting on the mat. And first, just reach your arms as far forward as you can. So really reach those fingertips away from your body. Reach as far as you can, and then feel if your shoulders kind of scrunched up towards your ears, then gently pull them down your back, put them back into the shoulder socket. And then we're going to tent up the hands here. So tent the fingers so that all 10 fingers are on the ground, but the palms aren't. And really press into the fingertips, lengthen through the arms. And just take a deep breath here. And then you can go ahead and just relax the arms and hands along the ground. It might even feel nice to stack one palm on top of the other. Or if you prefer, you can bring your palms to touch and then bend your elbows and kind of reverse prayer, bring your palm or your hands behind your neck. So any variation of the arms that feels good to you right now. And we'll take a few more deep breaths here. Relaxing through all the muscles in the arms and the legs, and the hips. Relaxing the muscles around your shoulders and your torso, all the way down your spine to your low back. Maybe even lengthening your spine a little bit if you can. Deep inhales through the nose, filling up your lungs. And exhales through the nose or mouth. And just the next breath, make the next breath that you take the biggest breath you've had all day. So big, deep inhale. And full, expansive exhale. And start to rock your head side to side, massage your forehead. And we're going to gently put the hands underneath the shoulders and press into the palms as you inhale to lift up your head. And we'll start to rock forward onto hands and knees. Be really gentle with your hips here if they feel tender. So hands and knees, tabletop position. And we're just going to find some gentle movement you choose. We're in that pose for a little bit longer than usual, so our hips might feel a little tender. So whatever movement you need here to stretch out the hips a bit, that might just mean rocking side to side, maybe leaning forward a bit, or maybe making circles with the hips. And then when you feel complete, we'll meet back in our tabletop shape. So again, hands underneath the shoulders, knees under the hips, and make sure your feet are in line with your knees. Just really spread those fingers wide and press every single fingertip into the ground. We're going to move into our cat-cows. So as you're ready, inhale, gaze up, tailbone comes up, belly button towards the ground. And as you exhale, round the spine, chin to chest, touch the tailbone, press into the mat. Inhale through cow, gazing up, and exhale through cat. Go ahead and move with your own breath at your own pace. Inhaling through cow, exhaling through cat. Really focusing on deep breathing and slow, intentional movement. All right, and when you're ready, we'll meet back in our tabletop shape. And we'll just stretch through the side body. So go ahead and gaze towards the right heel and kind of press your right hip out towards the right a little bit. And then we'll inhale back through center and then exhale to move into the other side. So gaze towards the left heel, press the left hip out. Inhale, tabletop. Let's do that again. Exhale towards the right. Inhale, center. And exhale, other side. Inhale, center. And as you're ready, puppy pose. So keeping the hips stacked on top of the knees, reaching fingertips forward, bowing the head, stretching through the shoulders, arms, chest. You can rest your forehead on the ground, or if you want to go a little deeper, rest the chin on the ground. Wherever you are, take one more deep breath. And we'll slowly walk the hands back underneath the shoulders, tabletop pose. And then scoot the hands forward a couple inches each, tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. So first down dog of the day, we always kind of bring in some movement here. So walk out the dog if you'd like, or find some other leg stretches if you need. Rocking side to side or stretching through your feet. And then as you're ready, we'll find stillness. Working on spreading those fingers wide, pressing fingertips into the ground, pressing your chest towards your legs as you lift your hips high, press the heels towards the earth. Deep inhale here. Open mouth, exhale, release. The next time you inhale, come up on your tippy toes, lift your heels high, hips stay high. And as you exhale, press the heels towards the ground. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale to lift up, heels up, hips up. And exhale, heels towards the ground, just kind of stretching through our feet here. And this time, inhale, lift the heels up. And then as you exhale, shift forward, plank pose. We'll stay here for a few breaths. Always the option to bring the knees to the ground if you need. Really spread those fingers wide, press fingertips into the earth, press into your wrist, puff the shoulders up towards the ceiling, and then really press the heels back behind you. If you do all of those things, that'll help this pose feel a little bit easier, maybe. All right, one more big breath, you got this. All right, and then we'll bring the knees to the ground if they're not there already. And then lower yourself down, really hugging the elbows in by your side. So don't let them knock out, but really keep them close in as you lower all the way down. Nice work. Okay, tops of the feet come to the ground. And then straight away, we're gonna come to Sphinx pose. So we're gonna stack the elbows underneath the shoulders and forearms are parallel to each other. And if this already feels super intense for your back, you can move the elbows a little bit further out so they're not under the shoulders, but more forward. All right, so a few things here. I'm gonna stay here for a few breaths. Notice if your chest is kind of sinking down here. See if you can press into your elbows to lift up through the chest and through the heart. And just notice if your shoulders feel kind of tense here. See if you can kind of move the shoulders down the back as well. So pressing into elbows, moving shoulders down. And then pay attention to your legs. We want to activate our leg muscles. So we're going to press the legs towards each other and press them into the ground. So really engaging all the muscles in the legs and the glutes. Give yourself one more big breath here. All right, go ahead and release all of that. Make yourself a pillow, stacking forearms, and allow the forehead to rest on your arms. Totally relaxing all the muscles here, giving yourself a little break. A few deep breaths. All right, we're going to do a few more poses laying here on our bellies. So next up is Cobra pose. So we're going to bring the hands on the mat next to our ribs, kind of like near our armpits. And then again, like we did before, we're hugging the elbows in by our sides. And then pull your elbows towards the back of the room behind you to really help the shoulders move down the back. And then like we did before in Sphinx pose, activate the legs. So press the legs into each other and into the ground. So that's going to help protect our low back here. And as you're ready, we'll inhale, peel the chest off the ground. We're not pushing up with the hands, just using the strength of our back here. Squeezing elbows, squeezing legs. As you exhale, we'll come down. All right, let's do two more like that. Inhale, inhale, peel the chest up. And then make sure you're just looking at your mat. So really pull your neck long. Exhale to come down. All right, last one, squeezing legs, squeezing elbows, inhale to come up, and exhale down. Nice work. We'll relax the legs. Bring the arms down by the sides, so your hands are by your hips now. Setting up for locust pose next. Give yourself a deep breath here, relax. All right, engage those legs. Squeeze the legs into one another. This time as you inhale, we'll start to lift the legs up. Keep squeezing, squeezing. Peel the chest up and arms come up as well. So the only thing on the ground is your torso or your hips, I guess. All right, we exhale, come down. All right, let's do that one more time. Inhale, legs come up, chest comes up, arms come up. Kind of like Superman pose. All right, we exhale, come down. Nice. Go ahead and relax, legs and arms. Let them be heavy. Maybe even put one cheek on the ground. All right, our next pose is going to be bow pose. So if you can, we'll bend both knees. Grab for the tops of the feet. So if this feels like enough for you, we'll go ahead and just stay here. Or if you'd like to try it out, we'll start to press the tops of the feet into the hands. One more big breath. All right, and then we'll release and come down. And relax everything. Arms are heavy, legs are heavy. Go ahead and put the other cheek on the ground. Big breath here. And of course, at any time, if it feels uncomfortable for you to lay on your belly, you can just lay on your back, do Savasana, do Child's Pose, check out of this portion of the class. All right, we're going to do one more pose and then we'll move into a different position. So let's bring the hands back to where they were in cobra pose. So next to the armpits and kind of hugging the elbows in, squeezing the legs together. So this time we're going to do up dog pose instead of cobra pose. So the difference with this pose is we're pressing into our hands and lifting all the way up, only if you feel like your back is ready for it. And then full extension of the pose is the only thing on the ground is the tops of the feet. And then maybe we gaze up towards the sky. And when you're ready, we'll slowly lower ourselves down. Nice work. All right, so hands by the shoulders, tuck the toes. As you inhale, we'll come up, tabletop, and then exhale, child's pose. 2 big breaths here. Next time you inhale, we'll come up, tabletop pose. And tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Take a big breath in through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. Next time you inhale, bend the knees. Look in between your hands. And we'll slowly walk the feet in between the hands, forward fold. Nice bend in the knees here. Relax the arms, relax the head, neck, shoulders. Let everything hang here so we're not using any muscles to hold up our head. Deep inhale. As you exhale, fold a little deeper. Give yourself a generous bend in the knees until your fingertips can touch the ground. Keep the left fingertips on the ground. Inhale, right arm comes up, maybe even straighten through the right leg. As you exhale, forward fold. Other side, right fingertips on the ground. Inhale, left fingertips come up, maybe even the left leg straightens. And exhale, forward fold. Let's do that again, each side. Inhale, right arm up. And exhale, down. Inhale, other side. And exhale, down. Nice. Next time you inhale, we'll halfway lift. Long, flat spine. Pull those shoulders down the back. Exhale, forward fold. Press into your feet. Next time you inhale, we'll reach out and up. Big, big inhale. And exhale, bring your hands to heart center. All right, we'll pause here for a moment. Deep breath in, deep breath out. All right, the next time you inhale, reach your arms out and up. And go ahead and grab your left wrist with your right hand. As you exhale, soften your shoulders. Deep breath in. And the next time you exhale, we'll go into a side stretch. So reaching over to the right, pulling the left wrist over to the right, pressing into the left foot. All right, inhale to come up. Exhale, grab the other wrist, relax your shoulders, big breath in. And exhale, side stretch, other way. Pulling that right wrist over to the left, pressing into the right foot. Great, and then inhale brings us back up to stand. As you exhale, bring your hands to your hips. And then let's pull the elbows back behind us. And then energetically pull the elbows towards the back of the room. So really opening up through the chest here. So we're gonna try a mini back bend, just standing here like this. Again, pulling those elbows back. You can keep your hands at your hips, or if it feels better, you can bring your hands like so, kind of at the base of your sacrum here, fingers pointing down. I prefer this position because it feels a little more supportive to my low back. So wherever you are, big breath in, pull those elbows towards each other and back towards the back of the room. And then as you exhale, we'll start to peel the chest up towards the sky, gazing up, tucking that chin into chest. Maybe you move a little bit, maybe you move a lot, your choice. And then we'll slowly come up and then really gently come back into our forward fold. Release all of that. Nice job. Big breath in, bigger breath out. The next time you inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, hands to heart. All right, so now's the time where I'm going to walk us through a sun salutation. If you've done sun salutations before, this will just be a nice reminder of how to do them, and maybe will help you to just kind of slow down your sun salutation a little bit and just notice how your body moves through it and the different options that you have. Or you can just do a few sun salutations and not listen to me. Okay, so I'm going to slowly walk us through the first one. When you're ready, we'll inhale, reach the arms out and up. And as you exhale, hands come through heart center or out by your sides, your choice. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back if you can. And exhale, forward fold. We're going to plant the hands. One foot moves back and then the other. Plank pose as we inhale. And then two options here. Again, you can always bring the knees to the ground. So you can either lower yourself down halfway and then move into up dog as you inhale. Or from plank pose, we can lower ourselves down all the way and then inhale up into cobra. Exhale down and tuck the toes. Come through tabletop or plank. Exhale, down dog. So we call that a chaturanga. You can always skip your chaturangas and just go straight to down dog. From down dog, let's bend our knees. Inhale. And exhale, walk or maybe hop your feet in between your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way to stand. Big, big inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's pause here, take a deep breath. And we'll do a sun salutation together. As you're ready, inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, halfway for up dog or all the way for cobra, your choice. Inhale through cobra or up dog. And then exhale, we'll meet in downward facing dog. Big breath in. Bigger breath out. Inhale, bend the knees, gaze forward. Exhale, walk or hop. Feet in between the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale all the way to stand. Exhale, hands to heart. Pause here, big breath. Nice job. All right, we'll revisit that a little bit later. Next time you inhale, reach out and up. And exhale, forward fold, lead with your heart. Inhale, halfway. And exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands. Keep your right foot where it is. Move your left foot back, low lunge. Left hand underneath the left shoulder. When you're ready, inhale, lift the right fingertips up towards the sky. Really press that left heel towards the back of the room. Press your right big toe into the ground. One more big breath in. As you exhale, right hand comes down. And when you're ready, slowly inhale, high lunge. Both arms come up. As you exhale, soften into your pose. Maybe sink a little deeper. Relax the shoulders. Palms are facing towards each other, so thumbs pointing towards the back of the room, pinkies forward. Again, we're really pressing down through that left heel. Left hip forward, right hip back. One more big breath here, you got this. Next time you exhale, warrior two. So pivot that back left foot. Steep bend in that front knee. Reach, reach, reach fingertips away from each other. Pull the belly button in towards the spine. Activate your core a little bit more. One more big inhale. As you exhale, straighten the front knee. Reach right arm up and over behind you. Left hand comes to the left thigh. Reverse triangle pose. Big breath here. Nice. As you inhale, arms come parallel to the ground. And then exhale, triangle pose. So right hand comes to the right thigh, lifting the left fingertips up, up, up towards the sky. Really pull the top of your head away from your sit bones. So you're lengthening your spine, opening up through the left side body. So rotate your armpit towards the sky. One more big breath. All right, as you inhale, we'll come up, arms parallel to the ground. Exhale, reverse triangle one more time. Reach back behind you. All right, and then we'll inhale to bring our arms parallel to the ground. And then we're gonna slowly rotate so our torso is facing forward. And then we're gonna keep rotating, reverse triangle. So this time our left hand comes to our right shin. And if you can't reach it, that's okay. You can come to the thigh. Right fingertips up towards the sky. So go as deep as you wanna go today. One more big breath. Nice, and then slowly inhale to bring yourself up. And then we'll rotate back into our warrior two, bend through that front knee. Big breath in. As you exhale, windmill those hands down, frame the front foot. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold, left foot meets the right. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Press into your feet, inhale, reach out and up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Pause here, take a deep breath in. I just want to bring awareness to every time I cue your breath, just pay attention to, like, when I say inhale and you lift your head up. That's really important because that's going to help you to keep your balance, to not get dizzy or lightheaded. Every time our head is down and comes up, we have a tendency to get lightheaded. So that's why I always say to inhale. So really watch your breath as you move through your movements. All right, we're going to do that on the other side. When you're ready, inhale, reach out and up. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. So we're going to plant the hands, leave the left foot there, right leg moves back, low lunge. Right hand underneath the right shoulder. Inhale, left fingertips up towards the sky. Really reach through that right heel. Press into that left big toe. Reach, 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 fingertips high, and exhale, hand comes down. When you're ready, we'll inhale both arms up. Whew. Sorry, it got a little windy in here. Okay, find your balance, high lunge. Bend deep through that front knee. Long, straight as you can, right leg. And then right hip pushes forward, left hip back. Again, hands like you're holding that beach ball, thumbs back, pinkies forward. Last big breath here. Exhale, find your warrior two shape. So if you have to unbend and bend the knee, totally okay. If you have to make some micro movements, also okay. You do you. Again, really reaching those fingertips away from each other. Bring that navel in towards the spine. Strong core here. Big breath in. Big breath out. All right, let's inhale, reach that left arm up, straighten through the left leg, and exhale, reach behind you. Reverse triangle. One big breath. Next time you inhale, we'll bring our arms parallel to the ground. And then exhale when you're ready, triangle pose. So left hand comes to the left calf and right fingertips up towards the sky. So I should have said this on the other side, but full variation of this pose, we're not resting the left hand on the calf, but pointing the fingertips down. But you don't have to do that. You can rest your hand on the calf. Again, lengthening through your spine, opening up that right shoulder towards the sky. One more big breath. All right, inhale brings us up. And then we'll start to rotate our torso to point forward. And then keep rotating. Right hand comes to the left leg, left fingertips up towards the sky. Again, see if you can lengthen through your spine, soften through your shoulders, stay with your breath. All right, inhale brings us up, and we'll slowly move back into our warrior two shape. One more deep breath here. As you exhale, windmill the hands down, frame that front foot. Inhale, lengthen your spine as much as you can. And exhale, forward fold, right foot meets the left. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. All right, standing, we inhale, reach out and up. And exhale, hands to the heart. Pause here for a deep breath in. Deeper breath out. All right, so we're going to do an optional sun salutation. When you're ready, inhale, reach arms out and up. And exhale, forward fold. Lead with your heart, doesn't matter what your hands do. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands. Right foot moves back, left foot moves back. Inhale, plank pose. So you can go straight to down dog here, or if you'd like to move through your chaturanga. Coming down halfway for up dog, all the way for cobra. Inhale through cobra or up dog. And then as you exhale, find your way to downward facing dog. We'll meet in down dog. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Open mouth, exhale. One more deep inhale. Exhale, maybe even sigh it out. All right, the next time you inhale, lift your right leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, pause here, sink the left heel towards the ground. One more big breath, you got this. All right, the next time you exhale, pigeon pose. So right knee meets the right wrist, and we'll slowly lower down. Top of the left foot comes to the ground. Before you lower all the way down, walk your fingertips towards your hips. A little bit of a back bend here. And just check in with yourself. If your hips feel tight or tender, you can place a rolled up blanket or pillow underneath that right hip. And then as you're ready, we'll slowly lower ourselves down onto forearms, or maybe coming all the way into child's pose arms. Or maybe we stay up here. Lots of options. You do you. And just notice if any parts of your body are kind of clenching up here in this pose. Might be your jaw, or maybe a different muscle in your hips or your shoulders. So just bringing awareness and attention to our reaction to something that seems hard or uncomfortable. And try to deepen your breath to help you move through those feelings. All right, give yourself one more deep breath. Okay, ready. All right, we're going to start to bring our hands to the ground underneath the shoulders. Inhale to lift up your head, and then we're going to slowly, gently rock onto the right hip and pull the left leg up and over here. Keep the right knee bent as it is. And then we're going to try to place the left foot on the outside of the right knee. So going into a little twist here. And if we want both of our sit bones to be on the ground, so if that's not really happening for you, then you might need to, oh my gosh, what am I doing here? You might need to straighten through the left leg and just do something more like this. Yeah, okay. So wherever you are, we're going to go into a little twist here. Okay, that's why I got flipped around. Okay, so I meant you'll straighten your right knee. If you can't get both of your sit bones on the ground, just straighten your right knee and keep your left leg as it is. Okay, so wherever you are, bent right knee or straight right knee, we're going to move into a twist. So bring your fingertips to the ground next to your hips. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. And the next time you inhale, we'll bring the right hand up and exhale for a twist. Right elbow outside left knee. Inhale, lengthen your spine a little bit more if you can. And then exhale, twist a little bit deeper, maybe even gazing back over that left shoulder. And then you might even want to play around with having your right arm straight or elbow bent. See if that feels any different for your body. Sorry. Hey, Rudy. Ooh. Hey. Hey. All right, Rudy's kicked out of yoga. We'll unwind from the twist to come back to center. So if that right knee was straight, we'll go ahead and bend it again. And then we're going to stack the left knee on top of the right knee. All right, so coming into cow face pose. So if this feels super uncomfortable for you, you can come back into the shape where we plant the left foot on the ground. But if you can, try to stack the knees, even if it's just a little bit, or they're kind of like almost stacked, but not really. You know, go as far as you can go to where it feels kind of like weird and uncomfortable, but not super painful. And then we'll come and sit in this shape. Again, fingertips to the ground, lengthening through our spine if you can. And then we'll lift the right arm up, place the right hand on the back of your shoulders, bend that right elbow. And then we'll either grab for the right elbow with the left hand, or maybe even go into that reverse bind, so grabbing for the fingertips behind the back. And usually our spine likes to round here. See if you can stay with your deep breath. See if you can lengthen your spine a little bit more. One more big inhale. And we'll exhale and release our arms. And then use your arms to help your legs come out of that shape. Bring your feet to the ground, knees bent. And if you need to shake it out, you can. All right, so we're coming to the hardest part of our class. You're going to bend, or you're going to cross your legs in front of you. And then try to roll onto your hands and come back into plank pose. Big breath in here. Exhale, down dog. Nice work. Deep inhale. Big exhale. All right, we're going to do all that on the other side. Inhale, lift the left leg high. Exhale, pause here. Right heel pushes towards the ground. One more big breath. And as you exhale, Pigeon other side. So left knee, left wrist. Top of the right foot comes to the ground. And we'll walk those fingertips to the hips. Lift up through the spine. And then when you're ready, we'll exhale and lower down. So again, remember, you choose how low you go. You choose what props you need. Come back to your deep breath. Just noticing if you're clenching in any areas of your body. And if you are, see if you can let go, even if it's just a little bit. Give yourself one more deep breath. And we'll slowly start to press the hands into the ground as we inhale to lift up our heads and slowly rock onto that left hip and sweep the right leg up and over. If you can, we'll keep that left knee bent and place the right foot on the outer edge of the left knee here. But if you need to, you can straighten that left leg, no worries. Hands come to the ground by your hips. Find that long spine. Inhale, reach the left arm up. And exhale, twist. So left elbow comes to the outside of the right knee. Inhale, find that length in your spine again. And exhale, maybe you twist a little bit deeper, gazing over that right shoulder. One more big breath here. All right, and we'll release, come back to center. If that left leg is straight, go ahead and bend it again. And then we'll work on stacking the right knee on top of the left knee. Work on keep raise. Okay, so still see if you can have both your sit bones on the ground as much as you can. Find that place that brings you to your edge. Stay with your breath. We'll lift the left arm up, bend the elbow. Left hand comes in between your shoulders, and then either we grab the left elbow with the right hand, stay here and breathe. Or if you'd like to try for the bind, you can go ahead and reach behind the back. And maybe even your fingertips don't reach, but they almost do, that's okay. You can also just grab your shirt. Just kind of work on getting that bind. But of course, you don't have to either. All right, find that deep breath. One more big breath. And then we'll first unwind the arms and then help our legs to kind of gently come out of this pose. So we'll find that same shape again, bent knees, feet on the ground, and shake it out if we need. So we'll do that weird transition one more time. Crossing the legs, rolling forward, hands come on the ground, and then plank pose and downward dog. Last downward dog of our practice. Take 2 deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose or mouth. And then go ahead and bring your knees to the ground. And then we're going to come to stand on our knees. So we're reaching camel pose time. I don't know why that reminded me of hammer time. Okay. So if you want to try this pose, you can, but if you don't want to, you don't have to. Or we can just, I'll walk you through some steps and you can choose when you stop or how far you go. So since we don't have blocks, traditional pose is when the tops of our feet are on the ground, but since we don't have blocks, we're gonna tuck our toes so that our heels are a little bit closer to us, so it'll make this pose a little bit easier. The only thing is it makes our legs a little bit more wobbly. So really, really try to keep those legs strong and engaged. And if you feel like you can't, then you can totally just go like this. And if you're on a hard surface and need a blanket under the knees, that's totally okay. All right, so I'm gonna do the tucked toes version just to show you that. Bringing hands to the hips like we did before, pulling those elbows in and behind you. Or if you'd like, we bring the hands to the low back, fingertips pointing downwards. Same action, elbows pull towards each other and back. I recommend this version. All right, so maybe we stay here and breathe through this really intense chest opener. Maybe we start to gaze up, and as we exhale, slowly start to bend backwards. And then if you're feeling it, maybe we keep one hand on our body and the other hand reaches towards a heel. And then maybe we stay like this, or we go for the other heel. And then you can keep tucking your chin into your chest if that feels better for you. Might also help with dizziness. And then full extension of the pose is where we let the head hang. And then make sure you have your hands on your back before you start to come up to really protect that low back. And then when you're done, we're gonna fold here, bring the forehead to the ground, arms to the ground, and come into embryo pose and just rest for a little bit. If you want to try camel pose again, you can. Or if you want to stay in embryo pose, you can. If you want to try for the full camel, where the tops of the feet are on the ground, you go into it the same exact way, really pressing the hips forward, and then slowly reaching for one, and then the other. Again, when you come out of the pose, make sure your hands are at your sacrum or your hips to really help support you. And then we'll meet in embryo pose. Big, deep inhales and exhales. Let all of that go. One more big breath in. Full, complete exhale. And then grab your heels and start to snuggle your nose in between your knees. And the next time you inhale, we're going to start to lift the hips up towards the sky, stretching through the back, the shoulders, the arms. Top of the head is on the ground. Stay with that deep belly breath. And then we'll slowly start to lower ourselves down. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders as you inhale, press into the palms. And exhale, pause here. And slowly lower ourselves onto our backs. Nice gentle roll coming into a ball. And rocking side to side, massaging our low back, our hips, our spine. We just did a lot of really intense back stuff, so we'll spend an extra 10 seconds or so just really getting that nice little massage from the ground. All right, so last week we visited shoulder stand. We're going to come back into it tonight with the option to do plow pose. So if you need to watch me first, you can go ahead and do that and then attempt shoulder stand. But if you know what you're doing, you can go ahead and go in it. It's just really important that during shoulder stand, you don't move your head to look at the video because you don't want to hurt your neck. So once you go in it, don't move your neck. Okay, here we go. So feet are on the ground, kind of like we're going into bridge pose. And then we bring the knees towards our body, press into the hands. Hips come up, hands come to hips. And then we slowly walk the hands up the back until eventually we feel like we can lift the legs up. So option to stay in shoulder stand, or if you want to go to plow pose, our feet come down to the ground, up and over our head. And if this feels really intense for you, you can also just bend the knees to kind of come into a modified plow pose. And then when you're ready to come down, bring the knees to the face, bend the knees, and then slowly lower yourself down. But no rush to come down. You can play around with shoulder stand as much as you want. If you haven't tried it yet, we'll go ahead and go into it. Plow pose is a really great counterbalance to camel pose. So even if you just bend your knees and attempt plow pose, it will be really nice counter stretch for your back. So once you fully come to your back and you're done with shoulder stand, we'll meet again with knees to chest. If you'd like to do happy baby instead, you can do that. And when you're ready, we'll bring arms to cactus arms. And take a deep breath in. And as we exhale, we'll bring the legs over to one side for a twist. And try to relax all the muscles in your legs and let your legs rest on the ground if you can. Find that deep belly breath again. All right, the next time you inhale, we'll bring the legs back through center and exhale other side. Again, see if you can relax all the muscles in your legs, let them be heavy. Find your deep breath. And when you're ready, we'll come back through center. Our next official pose is going to be Savasana pose, our final resting pose. So you can go ahead and make your way there, or if you'd like to do any other stretches or movement before you get there, that's totally okay. And our traditional Savasana is when we're laying on our backs, arms out to the sides, palms down or up, your choice. And legs are relaxed and straight. But if that doesn't feel good for your body, you can totally change it up, pick something else. And once you get into your final resting place, go ahead and pick your back up off the ground and then place it back down again. Really rooting into your final shape. And take one more big inhale and full complete exhale. And just release all control of your breath, all control of your body. And try to allow yourself to relax here as much as you can. And just a reminder that the idea isn't to try to control our thoughts or stop our thoughts, but just to be a witness, to notice what thoughts come up for you, and to try not to just judge or criticize or attach to any of your thoughts, but just notice and let go, not giving them any power or attention. Just building awareness and learning about yourself. Allowing yourself to sink deeper and deeper into your body with every breath you take. We hurry through the so-called boring things in order to attend to that which we deem more important, more interesting. But perhaps the final freedom will be a recognition that everything in every moment is essential and that nothing at all is important. Start to deepen your breath if you haven't already. And start to welcome gentle movement back into your body. It might feel nice to move slowly or quickly, it's up to you. It might feel nice to stretch the arms overhead and point through the fingers, point through the toes, like you just woke up from the best nap ever. If you'd like, you can roll to one side and pause there for a moment. Maybe even keep your eyes closed or at a soft gaze as you push yourself up. And we'll meet in a comfortable, easy seat. It can be cross-legged or whatever's comfortable to you. And we'll seal our practice together today with one final breath and a little bit of gratitude. And we'll first start by exhaling all of the air inside of our lungs. As you inhale, reach out and up. As you exhale, hands come to heart center. Your hands can stay here or not, up to you. You might even want to bow your head, but you don't have to. I like to give thanks and bring awareness and appreciation and recognition to the spirit, culture, and tradition of yoga and all the yogis, students, and teachers that came before us and before me. Everything I did today was not created by me, and I'm very grateful for the benefits of the practice. I thank you for showing up, for being here and allowing me to be here in front of you. Please, please, please thank yourselves for showing up for you. I thank you for coming and thank you for being. I am because you are. In gratitude.